Good morning, Rick. It's just lovely to be talking to you today.
Good morning, Adèle. Nice to be with you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for agreeing to talk to me for the benefit of our listeners. I really appreciate your time.
I'm glad to do it.
So, Rick, would you please tell our listeners how you came to become an entrepreneur, please?
Well, Adèle, I've done a lot of jobs in my career. I've bussed tables, I've been a real estate appraiser, I've been a trial lawyer, a property owner, and now I run a real estate brokerage company. Working in various jobs and fields allowed me to become more well-rounded, and I learned to be persistent but flexible. Through each market lifestyle that I've lived through, there's always opportunity if you're flexible and you look for it. My grandfather and my parents advised me education is never wasted. It took me a while to learn that one can only go so far working for others, but even when you do, you're your own company. You Inc. One can't be afraid of career changes. You only live once. Do what you like, and I found not to be afraid of change.
Oh, brilliant. And how long have you been running your own Premier Hotel Realty, the company?
Premier Hotel Realty is about 3 years old, but I've been in various aspects of the real estate business for probably 35 years.
Okay. So tell me about Premier Hotel Realty. That seems like a particular niche. Tell our listeners about that.
Well, Premier Hotel Realty focuses on the hotel niche, obviously. We're located in South Florida, and locally we focus on many different types of commercial properties. So our real niche is to market globally and find buyers for properties from all around the world.
Wow. Okay. And so these are generally investors who would invest in the hotels that you have to sell, and they'd put managers into the business?
We find investors, we find lately people looking for safe, secure places to place money, which often means South Florida, United States investments, and people are looking for value now, and the market has been recovering lately, and people are realizing that it's a good time to buy real estate.
Absolutely. So with this business, what were some of the early challenges and perhaps fears you faced in getting it established?
Well, one of the biggest challenges is I decided to start this business probably in the worst time for real estate and many businesses in my lifetime, but decided to do it anyway. The biggest fear when I started this business was, would there be enough customers? Would there be enough business to survive, enough money? And at some point I decided to make the decision that it would work, burn the lifeboats, follow my dream, and decide to make it work and make it happen, and that there would be opportunity in every market.
So the global financial crisis, were you hugely affected by that when you actually got up and running, or has it not bothered you?
It certainly did affect us, and I think it affected just about everybody in every business that I've talked to. But what I've learned through my career is that with every door that closes, there are doors that open, and there's opportunity as long as you're flexible and you don't keep trying to do the exact same thing when the market changes. You have to move with the market and look for where the opportunities are. In my business, we focused, the lending has been a real challenge lately, so we decided to focus on buyers that didn't need to borrow money, and that made a big difference for us.
Brilliant. So what were some of the marketing tools you used at the beginning and perhaps even now to grow your business nationally and internationally?
Well, I knew how to market property. That wasn't my problem. My challenge was to find properties to market and to find motivated sellers that could afford to sell their properties. I joined a networking group called BNI, Business Network International, which is my chapter is a local chapter, but it's a international organization with about 140,000 members, and I used their online resources to connect with people all over the world. Someone suggested I join LinkedIn. I joined LinkedIn, and on there. I decided to step into Facebook and set up a business page. And of course, we use Skype to communicate, because nowadays we're selling property to people we've never met all over the world. Sometimes the properties are properties we've never even seen. So we're using Skype, we're using email, we're using telephone technology, and a couple of the other programs that I've found indispensable are electronic signature, electronic faxing programs, and programs like Dropbox, SkyDrive, Google Docs to share documents. And of course, we use screen sharing extensively to communicate and have web online meetings with people in groups from around the world.
Amazing. So those techniques, were you using them to identify potential investors, or mostly the sellers to find the stock, the hotel stock?
What we found is I'm using those tools to connect with the potential investors and potential sellers. I found that I can connect with busy people at all times of day, and often the busiest people are the people that text back in the middle of the night or whatever time it is in their time zone. And short texts, they're into serious business, and they're easy to reach when you have something that they're looking for.
Right, I see. Brilliant. And how have you differentiated your business from your competition? I'm assuming you do have competition for what you do. So if you do, how are you differentiating?
Well, there's a couple things that we do differently. One of the things that I thought was important when I looked at our business and what concerns our customers is to guarantee satisfaction. A lot of people in my business, the real estate business, are concerned about getting locked into a long-term contract with somebody that they are going to be uncomfortable with. We don't want that to happen to ourselves or to our clients, so we don't lock our customers, our listings into long-term contracts. Secondly, we market globally. We don't market to our local market exclusively, although we certainly also do market locally. But we're dealing with people across the globe, just as you and I are talking now and communicating through all these resources that I just talked about a few minutes ago. And finally, the other thing that as a broker that we do differently that I'm very proud of is we believe in sharing commissions. And in the United States here, I don't know if it's that case all around the world, but brokers will cooperate on commissions with other brokers. And we feel that that's the right thing to do for our clients, gives them the widest exposure, and helps us do more deals in the long run. So we get the property exposed as widely as the client will allow us to expose their property.
Brilliant. And has the branding of your business, played a role in your business success?
Well, this is something that I've struggled with and tried not to personally brand myself so much as to brand my company so that people will deal with the company as opposed to looking for the individuals. And that I found that to be very difficult in the real estate industry. The real estate industry generally is all about branding each real estate agent and using personal branding, and to some degree we do that, but I have tried to concentrate on branding the company as opposed to the person.
And how have you done that?
Well, I tried not to use pictures online, but succumbed to that because I felt that it wasn't important for people to know what I look like or what our agents look like. What was important is to know that they could get the deal done. As far as branding the company, we did some research and used a logo that we felt was a good business type logo, and tried to promote that in our advertising and in our LinkedIn profile and Facebook and letterheads and those type of things, as opposed to using the personal message that a lot of
So you've been in business a long time. We're talking mostly about your current business, but it sounds like you've done lots of other things. What are some of the key business lessons you have learned over the years in being an entrepreneur?
Well, one of the most important lessons that I learned is to set clear, specific goals and then make plans to achieve them. Unless you set clear goals, you don't know where you're headed. And when you do have clear goals, it gives focus to each day, each month, each quarter of your business, and helps you end up where you want to be. The second concept that I learned is to concentrate on getting the job done. Our clients want results. They're not looking for friends. Hopefully they become friends as we do a good job for them, but our first focus is to get them what they want, their goal that they'd like to happen, whether it's to sell their property or to buy the right property. And finally, so important to listen to our clients so that we understand their goals and we can help them achieve them through a win-win process and negotiate creatively. It's not always all about money. Sometimes it's about timing. Sometimes it's about other issues. So we need to listen to understand where they're coming from so that we can help them achieve their objectives. And finally, to be positive and to look for the good in every situation, because it's always there. There's always a lesson that can be learned.
I totally agree with that. Do you have coaches or mentors who support you in the ongoing development and evolution of your business?
Well, I have several coaches and mentors and people that I look to for advice. If I can mention some of the more well-known, more famous people, of course, there's Anthony Robbins that taught me to find someone who's achieved a success or what I would envision as success and copy what they're doing. Dale Carnegie taught me to listen and think about what's important to other people in my dealings with them. The late Zig Ziglar taught that you can get everything you want if you help enough other people get what they want. Michael Gerber taught me about developing business systems. And in the real estate sales industry, a gentleman named Mike Ferry taught me to work hard, get the results for clients that they're looking for, and try not to waste their time. Finally, Ivan Meisner of BNI read most of his networking books and learned a lot about networking and working with other people through his books that he's written himself and with several other people. And of course, there's several people that you wouldn't know that I've worked with over the course of my career that I've learned tremendous amounts from.
Fantastic. I'm very familiar with all of those names, bar one actually. Is it Mike Ferry, did you say?
Mike Ferry. He is specifically a real estate sales trainer, although his advice is taken by people in several other industries, and certainly the same sales advice is applicable to so many industries.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. What have been your biggest or most pleasurable business successes to date, do you think?
Well, probably the most exciting thing is when we get a really terrific result for our clients. And I've had a couple situations where they've volunteered to double the commissions, which is highly unusual and unique in the field. I didn't accept them, but we've had them make tremendous offers, and really the most pleasurable experience is when at the end of the transaction, somebody who we entered into a business relationship with becomes a friend and a very supportive fan.
Amazing. So going back to clients offering to double the commission, why would they do that? What is it about you and your business that's causing them to want to offer that? Because not everybody would enjoy that kind of situation with their clients.
Well, we've had a couple situations, and the ones I'm thinking of is where we were selling a property for a seller, and we got into a bidding war, and there might have been another broker involved where we were splitting the commission, and the client said, "Hey, I'll pay you both sides." pay you separately. So when you get a result that exceeds clients' expectations, every once in a while they appreciate that and want to offer you some reward or some additional incentive for that.
Fabulous. So based on your experience, not just in your current business, but everything that's gone before, if you had 3 key points that you were giving a budding entrepreneur, what would they be?
Well, those would be easy. I may have 3 or 4, but
That's okay.
big point, okay. The first big point is to listen. Listen, as I said before, to what your clients, what your customers want. Poll them if you have to, depending on your business, but understand what their real objectives are. The real objective is usually not just the money, it's something else, and make sure that you understand that. Work with people you like. I love to do that. I love to work with people that I care about getting a great result for and that are good people. Concentrate on your A clients, not your B's, your C's, or your D's, but as many A's as you can. And finally, aim high and think big.
Absolutely. And you've clearly done that by the sound of it. Oh, hello.
We tried to focus on, that's one of the reasons we picked the hotel market, because we wanted to focus on something that was sizable and substantial.
Yes, absolutely. So what are your business goals for the next 3 to 5 years, Rick?
Well, frankly, my business goal is to help more people live their dreams by getting them into or out of the right or wrong real estate investments. And I would like to add more people to my sales team to help them achieve massive success and help more people through that avenue.
Fantastic. And with all the experiences you've had throughout your career, with what you're doing now, do you think you might be living your dream, or is there more to come?
I feel like I'm living my dream right now, and I hope it just keeps getting better and that there's more to come. But I'm enjoying what I'm doing personally and professionally, and feel like I'm in a terrific place and like to see it continue.
Wow. Rick, well, that's it. And we haven't met yet, but I am hoping that we get to meet one day. My family are due to one day get to Florida. I haven't been down there yet. So thank you for sharing your insights with our listeners. I am certain they will hear your messages with great interest. And like you said, aim high, and the sky's the limit, really, isn't it? If you aim high and you're not afraid to roll with the punches a little bit and keep pushing forward to achieve the dream.
There you go. What do they say? If you aim high and you miss, you'll miss high.
Exactly right. I totally agree with that. Well, look, thank you. It's just fabulous talking to you, and I look forward to meeting you in person, hopefully very soon.
Me too, Adèle. Looking forward to your next books coming out as well.
Oh, it's only a week or 2 away now. It's very scary. Thank you.